Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm kind of fighting the funk. I'm in kind of gloomy gust today simply because look at the weather. It's kind of blah. It's a rainy, wintry kind of day in the Pacific Northwest. It's what we have to deal with. But I thought I'd take you guys down to the shop because I've got, well, it's an episode of The Stuff, but it's kind of a mega episode. So I got a bunch of things in here I want to share with y'all, so let's get going. Alrighty, so I am going to have to set up the table because I got a bunch of boxes here. There we go. I've got a few boxes I thought I'd want to share with you. Some of them have a story. Some of them show progress. Oh, and speaking of progress, look at that, right? Look behind me. Boom. Got a bunch of boxes there. Yes, another big shout out again. We got Michael's boxes that are getting done, and we got Andrew K, Mark P, we got James M ×2. We have Brian B, Travis H, Joe S, Greg M, Dex, James S. We got Steve B, Gary D, another Steve B, different Steves of course. We got Francis, you're the gal, Francis, thank you. Mark P, Mark's killer, you guys know about Mark. Mark's had like, I don't know, 20 knives of mine or something. But big shout out to Mark. We got George K, Rod L, thank you sir. Another repeat customers. You guys are awesome. And Stefan D. Oh, and we got a box here for Lolo Overland. Oh, you guys don't even know what's coming there. Oh, I'm excited. So let me get you down. My arm's getting tired. Got to show you these boxes. Okay, look at this. Boxes. I've got 4 boxes here now. There's a box hiding behind this box here. You guys can't see that just yet. Or maybe we should start out with that one first. Yeah, why not? I'm excited to see it because I got it home. I haven't even opened it up yet. And a couple of my fellow Nissan folks from that trip I did that you guys have seen earlier. And if you didn't see it, come on now. Well, come on, show some love. Jump over there. I got a big invite by Nissan USA to come check out. And hold on, you guys are crooked. I got to check. I just noticed that. You all are crooked. Let's see. There you go. Okay. So I had a big invite earlier this, pretty much the end of this year, and it was from Nissan USA, and I got invited to go over to Utah, Park City, Utah, but it was a little town called Wanship, and I think I kept saying Park City because that's where we did a lot of test driving, but Wanship, Utah is where this lodge was at, and it was the Blue Sky. Just a beautiful place. It sat on 3,500 acres, and it was really cool to hear the backstory of that place because of it was basically an animal sanctuary. The husband and wife that owned all the property and everything, they bring in horses and I guess some cattle and other animals that are basically neglected or are no longer wanted. Maybe, and I'm going to go out on a whim, I thought it was like old retired race horses or people that had farms that neglected the animals for whatever reason. So it was really cool and I like to hear that kind of stuff. But Nissan gifted us with a whole bunch of little gifts when we got there. One of them was a really cool jacket. I got myself a hat, so thank you Blue Sky. This thing was awesome. I wear it with pride. And one of the other things we got was this box here. It's called the Newport. It's a Wi-Fi Bluetooth speaker system, and it looks a lot like some of the old Fender amplifiers. If you guys are familiar with Fender at all, the guitars and amps and all that stuff, I think they even had keyboards and things. But we were gifted these, and mine is red. I don't know if everybody got a red one, but mine is red. And this thing is really cool, and I was really excited about it. From what I understand on this, too, a little bit I was doing a research on, is you can use this to answer your phone calls. Now, granted, as soon as we saw this, Mrs. CK, she got a hold of this, and Kasha was looking it up, and she was telling me, hey, we got to keep that in the house, because if it gets down here, it's going to get kind of dirty and dusty. But I was like, but I can't argue with her. This is kind of cool. She did kind of get her days swapped around so I could go to that trip. So, and I don't really, take too many phone calls when I'm actually working, right? So I just want some good music to listen to I can jam to. Because you guys know the dancing knife maker is always available in the house, right? But this is really cool. So I got myself a Fender Bluetooth speaker. I don't know if I can get it out of the box. I would share more with you. There we go. This is a neat little thing here. I'll probably bring you in for a closer view of it. but it's got that nostalgic kind of look to it. It's really neat. And the Fender label sticks out, and it's kind of cool because the dials up above here are very indicative to the Fender amplifier systems with the knobs and everything, with like squelches and such like that. And so that's really cool. I mean, it's got buttons here for pairing and then for talking. It's got the power button and all that kind of stuff. So really, really slick. But I'll let you guys see that in a second. So that was one nice gift, and I want to do another big shout out for Nissan USA. So thank you very much. The other things we have here is we got a whole bunch of progress. That's right, because with boxes that you saw, I have to have stuff to fill with those boxes. Oh, there we go. And one of the things I had to do, or I guess I didn't have to do it, but I did it, is I had to reach out to the folks over at Bell Forest again, and I had to get some more wood. And oh, this is so cool. One of the things I did is I actually, if you guys have noticed on the website, I have gone ahead and updated the website to include a bunch of different varieties of woods. And one of them in particular is that Madagascar ebony, as well as the cocobolo, and I did some Mexican kingwood, I think. And I don't know if I got any bacote or anything up there just yet, but I do have a little bit of bacote, so I got to start cutting that up and giving you guys examples of what that looks like. But as soon as I get this open, boy, Bell Forest, you guys did a good job packing. But it shouldn't be a surprise. I saw your packing facilities. But this package here is, oh, here we go. We've got, look at this, Goncalo Alves. I got some of that. I was really happy. I got some cocobolo here. Oh, that's kind of pretty. But I also got myself some snakewood. And now snakewood is really, really pretty. I actually had a really small batch of it, only 2 or 3 pieces. And I used it on Rico's knife and Luther's knife. I did 2-3 years ago. And it was the last of the snakewood I had. And I've always been wanting to get some. So I bucked under and I bought some snakewood. Snakewood is very hard. I think it's around that 3,000 Janka hardness. I don't remember for sure, but I'll put it down there. I got myself a nice little piece of Madagascar ebony because, of course, I've put that up there. And I'm trying to think who it was that picked the Madagascar ebony. I can't remember now which one of you guys ordered your, I think a Coyote Works knife in Madagascar ebony. And then a really big stick of Madagascar ebony again. So, really good wood. They do a really good job at Bell Forest. These are all completely dipped and waxed. I'll try to remember, maybe put a link in there or something about that video because of what they do, the care they take, and their wood and shipping it and everything. It's really nice. And the Goncalo Alves, this isn't the figured. I wanted to get a piece. This is actually book match set. It's nice. It's got a cool look to it and all, but it's not the figured that you guys have seen on the Amarok that I made. That was figured Goncalo Alves, and they didn't have any more of that, so which I don't blame them. That was real pretty. This is my material, some of my materials from a knife supply company I get from Jantz. It's where I buy some of the 1/8 inch and 1/4 inch pins and tubes and stuff that you guys have seen in my knives. I also buy a lot of handle material, and this order is. This is my Carta, and it is, I think it was like 3/16, I think. Yep, 3/16 inch. I have 2 5x10 that are black, and 1 5x10 that's olive drab, because I have this. Boom, right here. You guys can't see much of it, but this is, they just got out of heat treat, and I got 2 made, one for myself and one for the Warrior Poet Society. Yes, that's right. I'm working on a new knife for the Warrior Poet Society. Just got out of heat treat, and we're kind of like working on the shape of the scales, the handle material, and the one sheet I had, it was 1/8 inch. It was a little thin, but also I messed up some of the shape, so I bought some new, and I wanted to get olive drab too, because I might do mine in olive drab, and I'm going to do theirs in black, just so we have a contrast, a different. I send them one of the knives, I keep the other, but I'm looking forward to it. And I just wanted to share that with you because there's more to come. Hopefully the end of this year, end of 2019, I'll have an introductory video. I don't know prices yet or availability and everything. I don't know any of that. I don't know how that's going to work out. I am super busy, so that's a whole other thing. And hopefully I'll be able to introduce you guys to somebody soon too that might be able to help me in the shop. But so I got my canvas materials. for all of those guys. And then because I order something, if I'm going to do the shipping, I like to buy a lot of bulk stuff. So this way, you know, it costs a little less, or it saves on shipping, and it's a savings I pass on to you guys. One of them is the Warrior Poet Society knife is getting these 1/8 inch black micarta pins, and then it's going to have a really cool Warrior Poet Society logo in the handle. You guys probably remember the older knife series that I did for them. We did a limited run of 20 of the my Rogue, but they named it the Warrior on their website. We did a limited run of 20, kind of like an introductory thing, and that was also available on the what they called the Poet, which was my Jasper. So we did that, but this pin's a little bit smaller, really cool looking. And then some 1/8 inch pin, stock material, because this gets used on the Coyote Pup as well as the Coyote 1.0. So that's because that's become popular. I needed more of that pin material. So if you're going to buy stuff, you're going to buy stuff. You might as well just do it all. And then lastly, we have here, this is the guys over at Holster Smith. CK Industries, I kind of like that name, huh? CK Industries, that's cool. I get my Holstex and my my Kydex material from them. You guys have seen videos in the past. I've talked about them before, but I had to get a bunch of stuff. And of course, they always bless me with a Band-Aid. I'm sure they do that to everybody, or at least I like to think that, and it's not because of me always cutting myself like last year. Yeah, no, it didn't happen much. That was pretty good. I was pretty safe this year. But again, I have a whole bunch of stuff here. Coyote Brown. And let's see what else here. We got Coyote Brown from our sheaths. And I got some gray because, Steve B, you wanted gray. So I had to get a whole sheet of gray. I didn't have enough for your knife sheath. For your Coyote Pup that you bought. So I mentioned Steve before, I think, in a video. The Gray Dodge 08 _overlanding. Go check him out on Instagram. Show him some love. Tell him I said hi. Then I got some black raptor skin. It's that black Holstex material. It's a thermoplastic like Kydex, but it has that leather look. And then I also got some brown. I think they call that chestnut, I think. So, because of course, orders, right? So, like I've done in the past, I've always shown you guys that when I get your orders, I'm processing, I'm buying the materials, I'm getting it up there, I'm filling your boxes up, and then boom, I go off, I'm off like a herd of turtles. No, I'm off faster than that. But yep, I wanted to get this stuff together and sort it out. So now I think I have a lot of material here. As you see, shelf is full. And that is it. So that is the episode of the stuff. I will throw in a little video maybe, or some B-roll footage or some pictures of this thing. It is slick. I like that. I like the way that looks. I like the way it feels. Oh, that's going to be a neat little something. I'm going to try to get that turned on. Maybe if it's, I got a plug here, I could probably plug it in to charge it, because I think it's battery. I think you can run it as a battery as well. And then they give you a little, gotta get this off of here. Let me open this up. Okay, here we go. This is the plug, but what it does is the plug actually comes off. So there's a little lever here that you just put this in and it locks it in place. So that's kind of neat. So when you're storing it, you take the plug off and now you have a square, flat, little black pluggy thing that doesn't get awkward or in the way. That makes sense. And then they give you the little plug here, so a little two-prong. And then of course here we have our USB stuff and everything. They have plugs. That's like an amplifier plug. I like that. That's kind of cool. When you plug it in your guitar. You remember? Nah, okay. I'm not much a guitar player. I always liked, I kind of got used to like the keyboard. Me and the kids were learning guitar and piano, keyboard stuff, and I worked real better with the keyboard. The guitar thing I just couldn't do. My fingers, my hands, too beat up for that. So piano was tough though. Well, anyhow, guys, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because you all are definitely keeping me from the bottom of the YouTube bucket. It has been amazing. It is awesome. Maybe I should get a t-shirt or something. What do you guys think? It's amazing! Something like that. You know, I keep saying it all the time. I know a lot of you guys comment about it, send me messages, but I always say it. I catch myself saying it. Maybe I should get t-shirts. Like Alex Steele does those things, like less yak yak, more whack whack kind of stuff. Maybe I should get a t-shirt. It's amazing! Let me know. Anyhow, guys, you take it easy. Have a good one. We'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.